Darian, we're going to be taking a look to see what divination practice you should study. The dolphin is healing work. The dolphin is associated with water. The raccoon is associated with music, with art. Sometimes they associate it with charm readings, as raccoons tend to like shiny things. Anything else? The owl is associated with offerings, ancestral inheritances. The rabbit is associated with fear. So this is a lot to unpack. Do you perhaps have some financial concerns, some financial fears that are holding you back from fully embracing life, your goals, and so on? I think this is definitely a message to come out of your shell a little bit more, share what you do with the world, and don't be so afraid of failing that you never try and put yourself out there, especially, financially. Don't let that hold you back at this time. Now, the dolphin is a blessing. It's a positive thing coming forward in your life. It's also associated with reflection, again, healing work, and water-based magics. So, I would say that the divination practice that you are meant to be studying at this time does have something to do with water. The raccoon would indicate something creative. So I would express two different divination practices you might want to look into. One would be water scrying. Two, the raccoon represents like the musician or the artist. So alongside scrying with water, I think specifically what I would do is scry with like paint or paint water. A specific way, what I mean by this, a specific way that I do divination sometimes is through intuitive painting, and I will swirl my water, like I'll paint my whole canvas with water and just toss paint on it and see how that expands and see what natural shape it takes, and then read the symbols intuitively like paint scrying. And another thing that may or may not come up for you, charm readings or shufflemancy. These are 3 areas of interest you might want to look into. Now, how about your abilities? Okay, the buffalo is an earth-based practice. The eagle is both the wheel of fortune and the leader. The mouse tends to be a bit fearful, a little limited, and can't really look at things from the bigger picture, but is working through fear. So I think some of your abilities might be not as accessible to you right now. You might not realize them a lot because you're still working through unpacking a lot of shame and guilt and pain for the way that you naturally express yourself. But once you come out of that, glamour magic, fire-based magic, earth-based practices, intuitive, creative art practices, and truth magic are all things that I think you would do well in, areas you would do well in. I hope that this helps. Automatic writing.